For me, it's all about the brain. I remember before Dean, I had a narrow face, was like a hound dog, and I remember somebody saying to me, "Don't you ever smile?" And I go, "Nah, I don't feel like it." And I didn't. And it was real hard to think. It was real hard to get on in life. And I know people come to Dean into this treatment for all kinds of problems, but for me, it's all about the brain. Because if that's working right, I don't know, I think you can fix everything else and you'll have a great life. When you see the difference in how people come across with a narrower head and a wider head, it's more than coming across, it's the magic in you comes out when the head gets wide. And it's a goal worth doing this treatment for, and not just for one series, but doing that long term, because it's like exercise. You don't go to the gym once and come out gorgeous. You know, you do it over the long term.
I'm the medical director of Caring Medical and Rehabilitation Services, a natural medicine clinic in Oak Park, Illinois. After just 4 NCR treatments by Dr. Howell, I could smell for the first time in years. My TMJ vastly improved, and my concentration and attention was phenomenal. And these are similar results that I've seen in my patients being a practitioner of NCR. If a person suffers from attention deficit disorder, concentration difficulties, autism, Down syndrome, balance difficulties, tinnitus or ringing in the ears, vertigo, allergies, chronic sinusitis, chronic neck pain, back pain, scoliosis, headaches, torticollis, tremor, chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia. These are the kinds of conditions that respond very well to NCR. How can NCR help such conditions as mental fatigue, concentration, attention disorders, memory problems, and such psychiatric conditions as anxiety and depression? Well, all of these conditions are helped when one improves the body's hormone production, as well as increasing the hormone production in the brain. By manipulating the sphenoid bone and affecting the pituitary gland function, as well as the various areas of the brain in regard to neurotransmitter formation and circulation, NCR causes dramatic improvements in these conditions. Memory often improves, attention, concentration, mental fog, anxiety, and depression. And this is without medications or even herbal remedies.
Hello, my name is Dr. Cindy Lovejoy. I'm a marriage, family, child therapist, and I've been seeing Dean Howell for about 14 months and have gotten lots of good results, so I wanted to tell you about it. I have a scoliosis in my back since early childhood. It's very curved, very rotated, and it's caused me lots of pain, nerve damage, fibromyalgia, and I've been in a lot of pain for about 25 years. I've been to many chiropractors. I've done all the holistic health things that can be done and have gotten very little benefit. And within the first round of treatments, I began to feel that this was going to make a difference. I could feel my spine shift some of the pressure got off of it. I didn't have as much pain, and I could just tell this was making a difference. So because it's the first thing I've really had success with, I've gone wholehearted into getting treatment, and in a year and a half I've had over 25 rounds of treatment and am continuing to make good progress. I'm out of pain most of the time now. My fibromyalgia is improved. I'm walking a lot that I couldn't do before. I'm looking younger. I'm 58 years old, but people tell me I look 40. So I like that a lot. I really encourage everyone that has any sort of spinal condition to look into this treatment, because it does make a difference. And I have a PhD in psychology and am very quite well educated in different health issues, and this is the first one that's made a significant difference.
Most of my life I had severe head pressure. When I was born, they used forceps on me, and I had had a series of car accidents and so on and so forth over the years. My head pretty much hurt when I woke up, and it hurt when I went to bed. And I wouldn't really call it headache. I would just say that I had a lot of pressure, like somebody was squeezing my head all the time. You know, I had a vice grip on my head. And for being so young and having this pain for pretty much most of my life that gradually was getting worse and worse and worse, I was pretty hopeless. I finally decided to do the NCR, and I did the NCR in March of 1997 was my first session. And it was the first night in my life that I could remember where I went to bed with no head pressure. And I woke up with no head pressure. And so that 4-day session just really changed my whole view of how body work is done and what health actually is, because as far as I was concerned, there was not going to be anything that was going to take my head pressure away. My head pressure went away for about 2 months, and then I started gradually getting it back, and I knew that I needed to come back. So I came back and I got another session, and in about an 8-month period of time, I had three, maybe 4 sessions. And it took about that long, and my head pressure was totally gone. Not only did it make my headache go away, but my face is totally different. If you could see pictures of me from 3 years ago, I look totally different. I feel like I look younger. I feel younger than I did 3 years ago. I would say to anybody who is even thinking about it that there is no other structural physical medicine that's as powerful as this. And you don't even know what your brain can do and how good you can feel until you do this.